The chair calls Evangelina Herrera. And I apologize if I pronounced your first name incorrectly.
It's like Angelina with an EV.
There we go.
Yeah.
If you'll state your name and who you represent and your position on the bill.
My name is Evangelina Herrera, and my position on this bill that I am totally for supporting this bill. The reason
And you represent yourself?
I represent myself.
Okay, thank you.
But I do belong to the Grandparents' Rights Association.
Of course.
My nephew was talking on my behalf a little while ago, and he did an excellent job at trying to describe the situation that has happened in our family. But I wanted to still give my input into this. I unfortunately have a daughter that has Noonan syndrome, which carries learning disabilities and cognitive problems, also with some physical attributes. And so I will try to describe as fast as I can, a little bit in a chronological manner, what has happened with our situation. My daughter lived with me until my daughter has subjected my granddaughter to 3 abrupt traumatic separations in her life by the time that she was 6 years old. She lived with me in Atlanta until she was 30 years old due to her disabilities. Then she married my granddaughter's name is Isabella. She married Isabella's father and went to live in his at the home of this man that she married. Isabella was born during that time. When Isabella was 3 years old, I moved to Austin, and she followed me with Isabella, abruptly separating her for the first time from her father and starting to alienate Isabella from her father. Isabella was 3 years old when they came to my house in Austin. She started to develop medical problems, and I started to continue to try to help her and assisting her in the care and the medical and full support of Isabella. I did that for 3 years. And Isabella grew very attached to me and to the rest of the family. After 3 years, my daughter met a man on the internet. I did not know that she was actually looking for one. He came, they met, they knew each other for about 6 months, and then one day he told me that they were going to get married. When I explained to him that she was already married, he got furious, walked out of the house. My daughter then grabbed Isabella, walked out of the house behind him, and left with him, never to come back. That was the second traumatic separation for this child, and she was only 6 years old. And my daughter was totally unaware of the damage that she was doing to this child. Anyway, the third traumatic in October of 2015, my son-in-law and I received a court order for visitation because I had standing because of the 3 years that she lived with me. You were asking my nephew, why was that revoked? It was revoked because the man that my daughter is continued to hire attorneys on his own, pay attorneys, and he finally was able to have my visitation revoked based on the fact that I, as a grandmother, have no rights at all whatsoever. And also I'll have to add that we had a hearing. We were going to have a hearing where this was going to be decided, and my attorney did not show up also. Those were the reasons. That was the third abrupt separation for Isabella. And we haven't seen her in a year and a half. Since then, the last time that Isabella saw me, she said, "Abuela, please don't stop picking me up." And I said, "I'm not gonna, no." And she never saw me again, and we don't know anything about her. Lately, her father was able to get a visitation order where he can come here when he's very sick, very, very sick. So whenever his health allows it, he flies to Austin. But nobody from the rest of the family is supposed to even look at Isabella. It's only him, and this child is already accusing him, using words, adult words against him to accuse him of abandonment, telling him that he abandoned her, that he talking about attorneys, talking about the court, using. She's 10 years old now. You know, the things that she talks about now are things that are being put in her head, saying that she hates us, that we're stupid, that she never wants to see us again, and there's nothing that we can do.
Thank you, Ms. Herrera. Members, do you have any questions? Thank you for sharing your testimony with us
I
today.
know.